just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
The pick.
Now Collison following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Start it.
54 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Six to shoot. Here's Hamilton. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Wait, did you see her range? That's no run-of-the-mill three-point shot.
Here's Morrison. It's hauled in by Stewart. Here's Reese. On the wing, Brooks. Inside. O'Neal with the steal. Here's Clayton. There's Green with the three. The shot off that time. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for... Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports. We've got something special for you tonight. Added to the roster for this one, some collegiate players will be out there as well. A great chance for them to prove themselves. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now Curry. Here's Oden. And it's Greg Oden with the finish.
And putting some power behind it. Nicely done.
I got him.
Right here.
Here's SGA.
That's the way I push it down.
Jump by SGA.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drive, something to admire.
And Turner stays with it.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
I see him.
Now, here's SGA. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here's Los Angeles now. Outside Turner. Jacks up a three. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Turner's got 5 now.
At his size, the ability to stretch the floor makes Turner so valuable to this offense.
Now here's Thomas. Driving inside. On the clock. Sigma with the bucket.
He sets a strong screen and gets rewarded for it. That's great teamwork.
Oh, gotta move, go!
Right side, Jamison. Hamilton outside.
Come on, guys. Whoa.
Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Malowacz. Outside for SGA. They set the screen. And it's Adia. The drive. Misses in close.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Got a piece of it.
Hey, yo, keep moving.
Now here's Jamison.
Watch it.
Here he goes. The basket is good. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Timeout.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully it's not too serious.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So both teams changing it up here. .125 left here in the opening quarter. Down low. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I mean, could this be any easier for Gobert? The win is right there for him.
Hey, balance it out.
Mobley outside.
Box out.
Crush that force, man. Crush
You got it. Come on.
Out to Turner. Back to Hamilton.
Hey,
6 to shoot.
This side.
Second chance shot. And Collins with the rebound.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Gobert the screen. Lamb from long range. Good on the triple. And this game is tied up now.
And really respect the confidence of him. His teammates love how he runs these pick and roll plays.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Baldwin now who brings it up for L.A. Curry looking around. Mobley
just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles leads by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Here's Lynn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lynn's got 5 now.
Just absolute tenacity by Lynn, just bouncing off defenders on his way to the rim.
Pass to Bird.
Knock that in.
Out to the wing. Takes the try. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. And here's Gobert. Back to Lynn. That time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's E. Outside for our test. Pass to Holiday. O'Neal with the elbow. Tries again.
This is too
And
easy.
that's good off the glass that time.
How about Shaq with the mid-range there?
Hey, yo, right here, right
To
here.
step out and expand his game.
Now, he has yet to score. A wide open look for Bird. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop from here.
Here's Collins, and he makes good on the layup.
Using all of his length, Collins able to grab the offensive rebound and finish the play.
Get the ball.
Good shot by E, no good. 1:56 left to play here in the half. Collins' playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that will be.
I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations. And not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
1:35 left in the first half of the game. Inside. And Shaq with the slam.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Charlotte trailer. Here comes Shea. Stolen by Bird.
The ball.
We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. Here's our test. No good on the 3. Here's Thomas on the wing. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Hey, swing it.
They get it back. Second chance effort. It's deflected.
I think someone moved the basket.
And here's Los Angeles.
Set up, set up.
Defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside, SGA. Using his size out of the backcourt. Gilgeous-Alexander.
An expert at getting into the lane and creating havoc.
Here's E. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And Los Angeles leads by 2.
Down three.
Shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
11 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Get there.
Pass to E.
Set up.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Gilbert's got the ball here for Charlotte.
Right here.
Pass to Zikma. For the lead. Connects from three-point range. Zikma's got the first field goal the second half for Charlotte. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Sean Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 summer games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And it's our test missing.
Slipped out of my hand.
Charlotte in the lead. Pass to Zikma. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Over 7 feet, big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one.
Back up. Shoot that.
Now, pass to Bird. Lets it fly.
Put it back.
It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Doesn't register as a block. He did everything he wanted defending that shot.
Sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go.
And Thomas with the stuff.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Shaq. Drops one in from the wing. O'Neal's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
A consistent force on offense. Shaquille O'Neal, toughest pass you'll ever find defensively.
Hey, come on, y'all, keep moving.
Shot from the wing. Outside for our test. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Over SGA. On the mark with the 15-footer.
Timeout.
Artest's got his first points in this one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Charlotte, trailing by 2.
Out. One more. One down.
To the middle.
Well, this is the kind of rim protection Turner provides. He knows his team relies on him to protect the paint.
And James pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Şengün inside. That's to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Şengün with the bucket.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
Who's watching here, baby?
Mobley outside. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Green by Şengün.
Hey, bust
Garcia. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry.
You watch Şengün, he has all the moves on the interior.
Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
Fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Gobert with a screen. Right side Garcia. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Garcia. And so Garcia nails both of them.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Here's Turner. No good on the last second. Up there. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And here's Kobe who brings it up for Los Angeles. It goes straight through with the swish.
This is why you gotta be right up. Who's watching him? Because he's a dangerous off the good.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. By Jamison. And Los Angeles leads by 2.
Rising to the occasion. That's a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And another difference has been the opportunistic defense. That they are really piling up the steals in this one.
Turner. The putback. Mobley on the follow.
And that's just opportunistic basketball. Carving out space and then cashing in on the second chance opportunity.
Well, that's the right play there. Love to see him move it for a better look.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Timeout, timeout. Start.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And it's Carter bringing it up for Los Angeles.
Got it. Come on, shot right there.
4 on the clock.
Watch it, Carter.
Mobley can't get it to go. Inside Gilgeous Alexander. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will return possession.
No.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Clock at 6. Now Thomas.
Spread that torch, man.
And there's the 3.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer.
Two-round song. Knocks down the 3.
And a cold-blooded triple to calm this crowd down after what looked like a huge 3 at the other end.
Watch that shooter.
Back up and in.
And with lots of big game experience, Mobley knows how to get it done they go first.
Oh, gotta move, go!
Outside, SGA.
Watch the pin! That's all you need!
Turner with the steal. And nails the J to capitalize on the fast break.
Coming up huge when they needed him to. Turner relishes getting a chance to hit big shots.
And that's about first defense. I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Charlotte trailing.
Hey, yo, right here!
Leaving the lane.
And passing has made this guy next level. That's the element that has changed Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hit the perimeter!
Not that time. It won't go. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Left side, SGA. Focused by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. What do you think we're going to see here?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Clayton. Outside O'Neal.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Now, Avdia.
Screen!
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Two-handed slam.
Dynamic.
Timeout.
Hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. That was a